Hello everybody and welcome back to Kayla's Kitchen. This week we are trying out something a little different. So I, like many of you guys, are currently stuck in quarantine, and what else do you do when you're stuck in quarantine but watch a bunch of old YouTube videos? So I was watching through some YouTube videos by The Odd Ones Out, who is one of my favorite YouTubers. He's really funny and he makes really cool animations. And I rediscovered his 7-Day Vegan Challenge Baby Solves All Your Problems YouTube video. And my brain went, I wonder what it would be like to go vegan for a week. So that's what I did. I have been going vegan this past week, and I have been documenting what it's been like, what I've been eating. I have a blog post with recipes and different things that I've tried, whether or not I liked some vegan recipes that I found online. It's interesting because for me personally, I don't eat a lot of variety of meat, right? So I pretty much eat chicken, and like I'll have hamburgers if my family makes them, and I like bacon for breakfast. And that's kind of it. I don't really eat steak, or, I mean, like, we have hot dogs, I guess that's meat. But I don't really like steak, I don't really like pork or turkey. So Christmas and Thanksgiving are kind of, it's all about the side dishes. Another interesting thing is that I actually love tofu. Tofu is delicious. My projection into what this would be like is that the hardest thing is going to be dairy. Little known fact about me, I'm lactose intolerant, and so for a very long time I drink exclusively almond milk. However, we were introduced to a ultra-filtered lactose-free milk, and now they actually have like lactose-free ice creams and yogurt and a whole bunch of different things that you can get lactose-free. And because I'm allergic to lactose, not everything in dairy, I can have lactose-free milk and be just fine. And so it's so nice. I love my lactose-free milk. It tastes so good. Unlike almond milk, which does not taste good. The thing that I am dreading the most is baking. You can't have eggs. You can't have milk. So many ingredients used in baking contain animal products or animal byproducts, and that's not vegan. And so, yes, baking is gonna be difficult. Now, it is only for a week, so I'll survive. For a more like in-depth about what I did, if you click the link in the description box below, there will be a link to my blog post, which will have my meal plan with everything that I ate during the week. I mean, not like everything, but like what my meals were. It'll talk about my favorite recipes that I made, and I'll show some internet recipes that I either liked or didn't like. This is gonna be my vlog of the 7-Day Vegan Challenge, I guess. So what do we got? This right here was one of my favorite lunches. This was veggie pita wraps. And this was veggie curry made with zucchini and white sweet potato. Alright, this is my day 2 breakfast. So yesterday I made these vegan blueberry muffins. So no eggs, no milk. I'm having a little bit of vegan butter with them and some blueberries for breakfast. And then I have the gratitude blend from Plum Deluxe Tea, which is like an Earl Grey with strawberry. And that is my breakfast. I made myself some whipped coffee, and instead of using regular milk, I used oat milk, and it turned out pretty good. Definitely prefer it with regular milk, but it wasn't too bad. Okay, so it is the conclusion of day 4 of my 7-Day Vegan Challenge. So we're like halfway through right now. I just thought I'd give like a little bit of an update about the experience, I guess. So far, it's been okay. There's been a lot of like good stuff. Like I've enjoyed a lot of the meals that we've made and things like that, but there's also been things like it's been like 9 p.m. after we've eaten dinner and everything, and I'm like, I'm hungry, right? Because there's like just not a lot of protein in the diet. Because of COVID-19, right, we're doing all buy online curbside pickup for our groceries. And so we ordered tofu online. However, it didn't come because it wasn't available. And so I wasn't able to get tofu, and that would obviously be like a good source of protein. I love tofu, so I was really sad because I actually just cook with tofu in my normal diet. So I was pretty sad about that. So other than not having a lot of protein, the other biggest challenge has been like wanting dairy, right? So I love dairy. I love milk in my iced coffees, right? I like yogurt. It's been hard to not have that. And another thing which I wasn't realizing would be so difficult was you can't have any teas that have chocolate in them. And before you come for me in the comments, I know that there are teas that have vegan chocolate in them. So like, I know that exists and is a thing, but I don't personally own any. So all of my teas have like dairy chocolate, and I can't have any of that right now. So there's like, the Necessities Tuxedo Strawberries. I was like, oh, that tea's so good. I have a little sample of it. And I have like 1 cup left, and I was like, oh, that tea's so good. I'd love to have a cup of that. And I was like, oh, no, I can't because it has chocolate in it. And I was just really sad. So that's been a bit of a bummer. So this is my halfway through check-in, day 4. And yeah, so it is the last day of my 7-day vegan challenge. It is the late afternoon. Today is Wednesday. I started last Thursday. And the last meal I have today is dinner, but I work this evening, so I'm not gonna do anything else. So this is gonna be the last little bit of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I definitely enjoyed doing this. I was just gonna talk about a little bit of like what I learned, I guess. So number 1, the first thing that I learned is that I actually really enjoyed being vegan for a little bit. I mean, granted, I wouldn't want to do this full time, but for the amount of time that I did it, I had fun. I really enjoyed a lot of the meals that I cooked, and actually even things like making iced coffees or iced lattes were not as, and like baking, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, and it wasn't as like, I can't eat the things that I want to. Like, it was a lot easier. I don't want to say that it's easy because it's not easy. It definitely requires a lot of discipline and like attention to what you're putting in your body, but it wasn't as painstaking as I was expecting it to be. I was expecting all the time I would get like see this food and things like that, and I'd be like, oh, I really want that. But to be honest, I mean, the first day was a little rough, but after the first day, it was just kind of like, oh, I'm not eating that right now. And maybe it wasn't as hard because I knew there was an end date, and in fact, I knew what the end date was. I am looking forward to eating my normal diet again, but I think that my diet is going to change after this. I think I am gonna be more willing to eat vegetables, and I know that makes it sound like I don't eat vegetables. I eat vegetables, don't worry. My mama raised me right. She knows what she's doing. I use an app called MyFitnessPal, and I was tracking the amount of calories that I ate most of the time, and these wraps that were number 1 really filling and number 2 really good were under 300 calories. So to have a meal that is filling and, you know, not a lot of calories was awesome. And I think that I'm definitely going to start looking towards some at least vegetarian alternatives. I have to say, I love dairy. I've talked about that a lot in this video. I love milk, and I probably won't drop milk ever again because I love it. But eating meatless wasn't too bad. Thing number 2 that I learned: willfully changing your diet. And what I mean by willfully changing your diet is that this isn't from an allergy, this isn't from, you know, my stomach hurts when I eat this or whatever, like something that is just either belief in a cause or doing this because you simply just choose to. It takes a lot of discipline, right? Because when you're allergic to something, your body is going to remember, and it's really gonna force that into you, like, you can't have X, do not eat X. But when you're doing this on purpose, right? You're doing this for a diet or whatever, it's a lot different because your body in many ways is going to say like, but I want that, because it knows that it can have it. And so I think that being vegan, or if you're vegetarian, or if you're choosing to be gluten-free or dairy-free or whatever it is, it takes so much discipline and attention. And I think that I really appreciate that a lot more than I used to. I even so when I was at work, I ordered a side salad one day, and our side salads come with cheese on them, and I forgot to ask for it with no cheese. So I sat there picking out all these pieces of shredded cheese for my salad, and it was like, if you're a full-time vegan, you know, number one, to order it differently, right? You know to order it, and you'd always remember, because it requires that constant attention when you're ordering food, and you're just paying so much attention into what you're consuming, and I really appreciate that now. And that's all I got for you. That was my 7-day vegan challenge. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you eat vegan or vegetarian, or if you've ever done something similar to what I just did. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching.